Hey, welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we give actionable bite-sized tips to help you navigate your acting career. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today we'll be talking about what to do if you're not happy with your agent. This is a question I've been asked many times, so I figured it would make sense to cover it. If you have a question you'd like me to cover on this podcast, don't hesitate to email me at martin@cityheadshots.com. Great questions make for great podcast episodes. So what do you do when your agent isn't getting you that much work? Well, the first thing to do is to actually define what that means. Maybe they are doing a good job and you just don't know it yet. Now, in the first few months of your relationship, chances are slim that you'll get much work from any agent. They're still trying to figure out the proper projects to submit you for, and they just don't know what's right and what's not right for you. So it usually takes at least 3 to 6 months before you start seeing that many auditions. So if things are still new with your agent, I wouldn't worry about it just yet. Now, if you have been with your agent for some time and you are still not getting anything, you should actually reach out to them to find out what's going on. It's their job to be submitting you for things, and they're supposed to be the ones who are taking care of making whatever submissions, adjustments, and things are actually needed to get you audition and self-tape requests. So if you're not hearing anything from them, and you're never really going on auditions or being asked for self-tapes, or you are, but it's like super rare, like maybe once a month or less, then it's time to reach out. Send your agent an email saying that you've been with them for quite some time and you have not been receiving any auditions. Or, if you've only been receiving a few here and there, like once a month or so, just say whatever it is. And tell them that you'd like to schedule a meeting to see what can be done on your end and theirs to make you more appealing so casting directors want to bring you in. The key thing here is to say, I want to see what can be done to make me more appealing. Because if you just say, I want to see what can be done to get me more auditions or to start getting more auditions, some agents can take that the wrong way and they might feel like you're accusing them of not working hard. And that's not good because then they might focus on other actors on their roster instead because they suddenly have a negative feeling towards you. Now, when you send this message to them, they should get back to you fairly quickly to schedule a meeting or at least send you some of their thoughts via email. Now, before we go on, I'd like to briefly talk about my course called Land an Agent. This is my flagship 2-week program that dives deep on the exact steps you need to take if you want to get a hardworking agent or manager to represent you. It works even if you're still relatively new and don't have many credits or a reel yet. If you are ready for an agent to take your career to the next level, send me an email at martin@cityheadshots.com. That's martin@CITY headshots with an S, martin@cityheadshots.com. Tell me why you feel ready for an agent, and I'll share more info about how you can join the course. Now, another way to find out if your agent is working hard for you is to ask them for a submissions report, just to see what they've been sending you out on. Tell them that you'd love to see one so that you can tweak things in your marketing materials if needed, or adjust the types of projects that they're submitting you for. Again, avoid just asking them, hey, can you send me a submissions report? Make sure to sort of explain the reason as I want to adjust my types, or I want to see if we should adjust the types of projects we're being submitted for, just so that it doesn't insinuate that they're not submitting you for anything. Like, oh, send me this submissions report because I want to prove that, you're actually doing your job, right? You don't want to come off the wrong way with it. So you do have to be careful with how you word that email. All right, now, if the agent does not respond to your emails asking to schedule a meeting or to see the submissions report, or they just seem to be like avoiding you generally, that is a big red flag. There are a lot of scammers out there, people who are not actually agents and are charging fees. Speaking of which, I did do a whole a whole podcast episode on fees that agencies should be charging and also scammers. So check those podcast episodes out. But in general, no agent should charge you direct fees. They're supposed to just take a commission or a percentage of the work that they get you. So again, if somebody is avoiding your emails or not responding to you, that is not a good thing. Okay. Now, you can actually reach out to some of the other actors on the agent's roster just to see how their experience has been with the agent, just to make sure that you're not being scammed, or, make sure that they're actually a good quality, hardworking agent. I actually share a way to use this same technique to get a referral to almost any agent in that Land an Agent course. But the idea is you can reach out to some of the actors and just say like, hey, what's your experience been working with this person? And you'll pretty quickly get a sense of whether they're legit or not. And so if you realize that either the agent is just never going to be a good fit for you because you've given them a chance, but you're still not getting anything, or they don't really seem to be doing much to help you, or B, they're a scammer, then I recommend trying to end the relationship as quickly as possible so you can move on to working with someone else instead. So just be sure to check the terms of your agreement and see if there are any outs for you. So in particular, if they're not holding up their end of the agreement by submitting you, that usually means that the contract you signed will be nullified. That said, I am not a lawyer, so please do your homework and speak with an attorney. But yeah, you can definitely get out of relationships with agents. Just read through your contract, and I do recommend doing that if nothing you're doing to try to communicate or get your agent to work harder for you is working. Well, thanks for listening. All I have is one ask for you. If you have not already, please subscribe to the show so you don't miss future episodes. And if you're already subscribed, please leave a review on iTunes or Spotify. That is the most helpful thing you can possibly do for me as I look to grow this podcast. Just search the Actors Career Compass on either platform and you'll find it. Reviews help a ton because they make these episodes more easily findable for other actors too. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.